Good morning and welcome to the Spanish Fork Softball Complex. It's the 2A state tournament and the 3A state tournament, as we're happy to have you along on Centricom. And big thanks to KSL Sports, who provides these live games for you. And this morning we've got the number 1 ranked team, the South Sevier Rams, against number 8, the Milford Tigers, as we start this softball tournament. We've also got on diamond number 3. We also have the Gunnison Bulldogs and the Enterprise Wolves in the 2A classification. And in the 3A classification, and you can watch all this on Centricom, in the 3A classification, it'll be Grantsville and North Sanpete, and then Emory and South Summit. So those will be our starting games. There's 4 at a time here at the Spanish Fork Softball Complex. Beautiful day here in Spanish Fork. We've had some rainy tournaments. This one, not so much. This is going to be a beautiful day for softball. So now we get a chance to see first of all, the South Sevier Rams will be in the field. And pitching will be Chloe Donahue for South Sevier. For the Milford Tigers, leading off will be Paisley Florence, playing second base. So we're going to have a full 3 days of softball, with the games ending Saturday morning to crown a new champion or a repeat champion here in the 2A classification. So Coach Tyler McMullen for the Milford Tigers. Get the standings for you. Big welcome to all our Milford Tiger fans from Beaver County, and then everybody from Sevier County as well as from Monroe and the surrounding areas as you watch your Tigers and Rams tip off this tournament. South Sevier Rams undefeated in league play, 12-0. The Milford Tigers came in. Yeah, let me see where they ended up. Well, here we go. We're starting off. It'll be Paisley Florence for the Tigers. And she comes in scoring 44 runs, 18 RBIs, with 1 home run on the season. Gonna wait till everybody's announced. Let me run through the lineup in the field. Shortstop for South Sevier will be Lindsay Navy. Now that's Navy Lindsay. And the pitcher, Chloe Donahue, as I mentioned. Caitlin Nilsson behind the plate. She's a great catcher. We watched her for 4 years. Kinsey Parsons will play third base. Kinley Phelps will play second base. Caitlin Lynch is the designated player. Hallie McKinley will be in center. Tessa Woolsey in right. And Allie Moore in left field. There's your starting lineup for the South Sevier Rams. He just asked if we were ready. So I said we're ready. So we're ready to go here at game number 1. Number 1, the South Sevier Rams taking on the Milford Tigers. South Sevier, the favorite in this tournament, coming in with that number 1 RPI. And on the season, the Rams were dominant. Here's the first pitch of the tournament. Fouled off, strike 1 to Florence. Fun atmosphere here at Spanish Fork. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be a nice changeup from Donahue, strike 2. So 0-2 the count to Florence. Florence, a senior for this Milford Tiger team. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Donahue delivers right down the middle. Strikeout number 1 for Donahue. That'll bring up the pitcher for the Milford Tigers, Jaden McMullen.
Doing the pitching number 3, Jaden McMullen.
So Coach Tyler McMullen will talk to the umpire, and they'll have a little conference in the circle. So they're going to work on so they clear off the rubber in the circle. I'm not sure what the confusion was, but you couldn't see it. It was completely covered with dirt. So Here comes Donahue, back up in the circle, ready to go, pitching to McMullen. Pitches in, that one's up a little bit high, ball one, first ball of the game for Donahue. McMullen on the season, batting .500 with 44 RBIs and 5 home runs. McMullen, a sophomore. Pitch from Donahue. That one's close, missed high, so 2-0. Batters count for McMullen. Comes a pitch from Donahue. Inside, so that's ball 3, 3-0 count. Now all advantages to McMullen. It's always one of those debates. On a 3-0 pitch, you typically get one of your best pitches. Do you swing or not? And that will be high, ball 4. So 4 straight balls, and Milford Tigers have a runner on the base path. With McMullen going to first, that will bring up Staley Beebe. And at that moment, I think we'll give a shout out to Grandma Becky, who's watching online. So we kind of like her just a little bit as she watches Staley come up to the plate. So it'll be a conference. South Sevier will talk to their pitcher and make it kind of quick. Turn my phone alert off so you don't hear the TIE fighters. Tyler makes fun of me. Big thanks to Tyler Moss, the money man, as he's running the production today. Not much camera work though, so I can't even say you're the camera guy today. Today he's the computer guy. So McMullen on first. And again, up to the plate will be Beebe. Pitches in and bunt down, but fouled off. Strike one. Now, if Beebe has the speed of her brothers, she could get down the base path. So Beebe on the season is a freshman. She bats .655 with, let's see, 14 RBIs on the season. Here's a stolen base attempt, and McMullen makes it in safely. So after the ball, the account will be 1-1. So runner in scoring position is McMullen. 1-1 the count. And bunt is down and is fair. Does advance the runner, and it's going to be a score on an error as the first baseman unable to pick up the throw off the dirt. So that will be an error, and the runner on base. So the first run goes to the Milford Tigers. So 2 stolen bases. Excuse me, that will be an error on the throw for Staley.
Now batting, doing catching number 7, Chloe Dotson.
Staley moves first. Chloe Dotson, the catcher for the Milford Tigers. Up next, Dotson, a senior, batting .478 with 35 RBIs on the season. 1 down here in the top of the first inning. First game of the 2A softball tournament. Appreciate you being along on Centricom Team Hive. Pitches up and high, ball 1 for Dotson. So we started this inning out with a strikeout and then a walk and base on error. Pitches up and high, almost hit the batter, ball 2. So far Donahue a little inside and up on the pitches. It's actually 3-0, my bad. That's actually 7 straight balls for Donahue. Very strange. Donahue, a fantastic pitcher. Pitches in and going to catch the outside corner. Nice pitch. Off-speed pitch for Donahue. 3-1 the count. Staley still at first base with a 3-1 count. There's the pitch from Donahue. Who got him on the off-speed. Beautiful pitch by Donahue, and Dotson chases. So full count now. 1 down, runner on first. 1-0, Milford with the lead. Pitches in and high, ball 4. So 2 runners on. That's the second walk of the inning for Donahue. So that will move Beebe to second base. Runners on first and second, one down. And that'll bring up number 22 for the Tigers. And that is Hadley Griffiths, the center fielder. Griffiths on the season, batting .413, 24 RBIs on the season. Griffiths is a senior. Pitches in, strike one. A little off-speed pitch. Kayla Nilsson, the catcher, directs some traffic, calls the infield play. Pitches in, just misses high, ball one. 1-1 the count. Milford respecting the arm of Caitlin Nilsson. She's also a great basketball player. Pitches in, strike two, swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. That one was just a pipeline fastball straight down the middle. Still in the top of the first. Milford leads 1-0, one down, runners on first and second. Pitch, strike three, second strikeout. They do make a play, but the shortstop picks it up. And that'll move Staley back to second base. So strikeout number 2 for Donahue. That'll bring up Miley Wilden. On the season, Wilden batting .338 with 20 RBIs on the season. Wilden, the plays third base for the Tigers. This is a big at bat for the junior with runner in scoring position on second. That's Beebe. Pitches in, going to be inside off the glove. That will advance the runners on the pass ball. So runners now, 2 runners in scoring position on second and third. Griffiths with a 1-0 count. Wilden. Here's the pitch, and going to be a check swing, foul off the left side. Is it 2 balls, 1 strike, Tyler? 1-1, okay. Donahue takes the pitch ball from the coach. Timeout called. I think a ball came into the field on the left side. Now they'll set things back up. 1-1 the count to Wilden. Pitches in and got that outside corner. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. 2 down. Runners on second and third. Huge opportunity for the Milford Tigers in this top of the first, leading by 1. Pitch is going to be swung on and missed for out number 3. So 3 strikeouts for Donahue, but an unearned run for the Milford Tigers. They lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first on Centricom Team Hive.
In the fast-paced world we live in, every second counts. Whether it's staying productive in your home office or enjoying entertainment with no buffering. With CentraWave from Centricom, experience ultra-fast, next-generation, reliable internet that keeps your whole family connected. CentraWave by Centricom. Fast, reliable, everywhere. Get connected today. Visit www.centricom.com/CentraWave or call 1-800-427-8449.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the first inning with Milford leading 1-0 and the number 1 seed, the South Sevier Rams, up to the plate. And for the Milford Tigers, shortstop is Navy Lindsay, Chloe Donnett, wrong team. Paisley Florence will play second base. Jaden McMullen will be the pitcher. Staley Beebe is the designated player. Chloe Dotson will play catcher for the Tigers. Hadley Griffiths plays center field. Miley Wilden, third base. McKinley Curtis at short. Cassidy Vetch will play first base. And then Whitney Wiseman plays left field. Right field, Gracie Dotson. Batting for the South Sevier Rams will be Navy Lindsay. First pitch is outside, ball one. Lost my roster here. Lindsay on the season is just a freshman, batting .602 though. Wow, 29 RBIs on the season. Pitches in, just misses, ball two. To know the pitch, high, ball three, hitter's count coming for Lindsay. Again, South Sevier went 12-0 in league play. Milford 6-6 in the same region. Square to bunt, and that is ball four, so the first runner on the base path for the South Sevier Rams. That'll bring up the pitcher, Chloe Donahue. As she'll step in, Donahue on the season bats .562 with 27 RBIs and 7 home runs on the season. She'll bat from the left side of the plate. Donahue, a sophomore. Pitches in and hit deep to right field and gonna be caught. Nice play by the right fielder as she had to go up high and get that. So for the Milford Tigers in right field, that is Gracie Dotson. Nice play. Out number one.
Number 3, Caitlin Nielsen.
Caitlin Nielsen, the senior for South Sevier, the catcher, steps up to the plate. Nielsen on the season, bats .486 with 30 RBIs and 7 home runs. First pitch comes in for a strike, inside corner for Nielsen. One down with Lindsay on first base. We're in the bottom of the first, Milford leading 1-0. Pitches in and strike two. Very nice pitch by McMullen. So 0-2 count for Nielsen. She didn't even flinch. She's crowding that plate very tightly and didn't make a muscle move. Here's the 0-2 pitch for McMullen. That one's high outside. Stolen base for the South Sevier Rams. Runner in scoring position, one down. Nielsen with the 1-2 count. Yep, 1-2. Nielsen steps up. McMullen will, that one's a little bit high. Ball two, 2-2, the count even. We'll get to scores from the other fields. We've got Enterprise Gunnison going on in the 2A classification. 2-2 pitch. Trying to catch an outside corner, misses, and it's full count. Sounds like a home run on field 4. 3-run homer. We'll get some scores there too. Here's the pitch and the full count, hit down the left field line. Picked up nicely by the third base player. Wow, what a pickup. That was a shot. Miley Wilden with a nice glove throw. Out number 2, runner on third. 5-3 for your second out. That'll bring up Kinsey Parsons. And for Parsons, 480 on the season. 36 RBIs with a chance at another one. 6 home runs on the season. This South Sevier Rams team with 30 home runs on the season. In the top of their batting order, you've got 7 for Donahue, 7 for Nielsen, 6 for Parsons, 5 for Lindsay, and that's going to be a pass ball. The runner comes home, play at the plate, not in time. We're tied up at 1. as Lindsay comes in. Navy was right on that one. That ball came back favorably to the catcher, but Lindsay had a good jump on that one. And so Navy scores the first run for the Rams with 2 down. So the base path cleared. Ball number 1 for Parsons. She'll step out, now back in. Here's a foul ball off the right side, strike 1. One and 1 the count. 2 down. Pitch is high. Parsons thought about it, but wisely laid off. Those slightly high pitches are so hard to lay off of. Here's a pitch from McMullen. That one's high as well. Ball 3. 3 and 1 the count. In the 2A classification, it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No upsets in the RPI. So this is a 1-8 matchup. There's the 3-1 pitch for Parsons. And that one will be fouled off. That was also high, but that'll even make it the count full. 3 and 2. The junior Parsons with the full count pitch coming. Pitch is in, fouled off on the right side. That's a good protect pitch. That was an off-speed pitch. Nice by McMullen. Good battle by Parsons. Parsons will step back in. Full count, 2 down, 1-1 the score. Pitch is in and fouled off again. Another one off the right side. Parsons protecting. You can watch softball all day long for the next 3 days on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports. Here's the full count pitch. Pitch is in and hit deep to right center. And the right fielder comes up, can't make the play, and there will be a play, not at second base. There's going to be an error, and that will advance Parsons to third base. So we'll give a base hit on, we'll see what Mel scores that. An error, okay, so an error.
Well, got a hit and then you pass on the error.
Okay, single for the first hit of the game for Parsons, so she gets a single. And then she advances 2 bases on 2 errors for South Sevier. That'll bring up Kinley Phelps.
Now batting, playing second base, number 33.
Phelps, a senior,
Kinley
batting
Phelps.
.403, 30 RBIs on the season, including 3 home runs for Phelps. Here's the pitch. That one just misses high, ball 1. So our score is 1-1. Pitch is in high, ball 2. 2-0 the count, hitters count for Phelps. Phelps steps back in. There's a pitch and hit, base hit to the right side. That will score a run, an RBI for Kinsey Parsons. And South Sevier takes the lead. It's a really nice hit.
Now batting, designated player number 27, Caitlin Lynch.
So there's an RBI for Phelps. Now Caitlin Lynch is the designated player on the season. Lynch, let's see if we can find her. There she is. She bats .410 with 13 RBIs on the season. Make that 7 RBIs on the season. Timeout for the Milford Tigers as Coach McMullen will step up and visit with his team. So 2 consecutive singles give South Sevier the lead. South Sevier the #1 seed. Very experienced team and some talented pitching. Lynch will step back into the batter's box. 2 down with Phelps on first. Lynch, a sophomore for the South Sevier Rams. Swing on, strike 1. Pitch is high, ball 1-1. We're still in the bottom of the first. This inning's taken quite a while. 2-1, your score. South Sevier on top with the runner on first. 2 down. Pitch hit up and out of play. That will be strike 2, 1-2 the count. McMullen in the circle. 1-2 the count. This one will be high and outside, just misses. We waited for just a second because we didn't know exactly where that was going to go. It was close. 2-2. I think that's a great 1-2 pitch. Pitch is in and strike hit over to the third baseman. Into the gap it goes. Another single for the South Sevier Rams. 3 consecutive singles. That'll move the runner to second base. So you've got Phelps on second and Lynch on first. Brings up Hallie McKinley, the center fielder for South Sevier.
Caitlin Lynch.
First pitch comes in as a strike to McKinley. McKinley on the season, 368. Ooh, ball just tagged a person right in the back. Ouch, 22 RBIs on the season. Here's a pass ball, and the runners will advance to second and third, so 2 in scoring position for McKinley. 1-1 the count. So Phelps on third, Lynch on second, with McKinley at the plate. Pitch is in, that one's low. 2-1. McMullen back into the circle. Trying to get out of this. 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the pitch. It's going to miss just high. 3-1 batter's pitch count for Hallie McKinley. Sophomore with a big opportunity here for the South Sevier Rams. And caught it for strike 3. Oh, excuse me, strike 2. So right now the count is full. And she ran down the base path. I waited because I said, I don't know, that one's going to be close. And it was a strike. Caught that at right outside corner. Now the full count pitch coming. Here's the pitch from McMullen. Strike 3, got the chase that time. So strikeout number 3 gets Milford out of a jam. They do give up 2, but find themselves down 2-1 as we go to the top of the second inning on Team Hive, Centricom, and KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there. They're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
Welcome back as we go to the top of the second inning on Centricom Team Hive. It's 2-1. South Sevier with the lead. Leading off for the Milford Tigers in the bottom of the second. Swing on him and fouled off. It will be McKinley Curtis at the plate for the Milford Tigers. On the season, Curtis batting .360 with 13 RBIs. And she is a senior. Pitches in, thinks about it, she's able to check that swing. Ball one, 1-1 the count. It's 1-0 for Enterprise on field number 4. We'll get some other scores in the 3A on fields 1 and 2 when we get a chance. Pitches in, that one's low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Fouled off, out of play. The thing about a fourplex is sometimes all the balls that go flying in and out, it gets a little dangerous. Everybody kind of holds their breath, and it's the ones that come from the other fields and that no one can see that are the problem. It's not your own field, it's the other fields. 1 and 2 the count for Curtis. Pitch is in, fouled off left side, out of play. So 2 strikes remain, 2 and 2 the count rather, sorry. I said 1 and 2. Donahue. Pitch to Curtis, 2 and 2, and that's gonna be hit to the left side. Third base picks up, fires across for the out. Well done by Kinsey Parsons as she fielded cleanly. Strong arm on that left side. That'll bring up Cassidy Vetch, first base for the Milford Tigers. Here we go. Here's the first pitch to Vetch. High, ball 1. Vetch on the season, batting .346 with 21 RBIs. Vetch a sophomore. He's got a good young base for this Milford Tiger team. Strike 1. Ball 1-1. First ball was a ball, 1-1. South Sevier leads 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got an off-speed pitch. Got Vetch with the swing, so it's 1 and 2 the count. Pitch from Donahue down the middle. Strike, foul caught though by Nilsson. That'll be out, number 2. And for Donahue, that is strikeout number 4 in the first 2 innings. So the only other out was that play by Parsons with the leadoff batter. Wiseman at the plate, hits over, and that's trouble. A base hit. Nicely done for Whitney Wiseman. I didn't even get a chance to talk about Wiseman's stats on the season, but she gets a single, a 2-out single for the Tigers. So that'll bring up back to the top of the order for the Tigers for Florence, who struck out on her first at-bat. There's the pitch. That one's going to be a little high, ball 1.
But when, remember in baseball,
Here's a pitch from Donahue. Which is in and fouled off. That was a sweet pitch right down the middle. Good swing from Florence. Strike for Florence. That's strike two. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Nope, they are going to call it. Took his time, but it was a strike on the outside corner, and that will be out number 3. So for the Milford Tigers, they have one hit and one batter left on. Going to the bottom of the second, it's 2 for South Sevier, 1 for the Tigers on Centricom Team Hive.
No runs on one.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Welcome back. The South Sevier Rams lead 2-1 as we hit the bottom of the second inning for the South Sevier Rams. In the bottom of the first, they had 2 runs on 3 hits with no errors. Up to the plate for South Sevier will be Tessa Woolsey, the right fielder. Pitch is outside, ball 1 for Woolsey. Woolsey on the season. She's a sophomore, batting .365 with 10 RBIs. Pitch is up and out. That's ball 2. That one got away from McMullen just a touch. Two-0 pitch to Woolsey. Just misses high. 3-0 the count. And that one's going to be a high ball 4. 4 straight balls for Woolsey. Leadoff batter on the base path for the South Sevier Rams. That'll bring up Allie Moore, who plays left field for South Sevier. Moore batting .209 on the season with 10 RBIs. Moore is a freshman. These two teams both very young. A lot of good softball coming up for these two. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Goes inside, ball 2. 5 straight balls from McMullen to start the bottom of the second. Looks like the catcher will take some time and talk to the pitcher. And we'll take a look at, let's see the other scores. We'll get the money man to get us scores maybe. It's 0-0 in the 3rd inning with Grantsville. And on this other field, if I can reach across, I cannot. What is it? Okay. Okay, we're back up. So Moore has a count is inside now. They will make a play, and the runner will go back to the base. So Woolsey challenged and went back. She went about halfway, and a good throw from the catcher, Dotson. There's the pitch. Pitch is up and out. That's ball 4. So runners on first and second. So the two leadoff batters now on the base path. 2 consecutive walks, and that'll bring up the top of the order with Navy Lindsay, shortstop for South Sevier. Two runners on, no outs for South Sevier, leading 2-1. They are the number 1 seed. Pitch is going to catch a corner. Beautiful pitch from McMullen. Strike 1. There's a pitch and hits sharply down the left field line. Almost takes out her coach. And it will be a strike 1. Last time up, Lindsay walked, and she is one of the runs for the South Sevier Rams. Something happened. I'm hearing wows and oh my gosh over on field 4 in the Enterprise Gunnison game. We'll have to see what happened. There's the pitch, up and outside, ball, 2-1. You can watch all these games, and you can watch them again afterwards on teamhive.live, all powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. Here's the pitch, just misses. A little bit high, 3-1. Hitters count for Navy Lindsay. Leadoff batter for the Rams. We're at the top of the order with 2 runners on, no outs. Pitch is in, going to be hit deep to right center. And that's going to land for a hit. And that'll drive in. Nope, it'll just load the bases. So a single for Lindsay as she hits to right center field. So the bases loaded for Chloe Donahue, the pitcher.
Number 13, Chloe Donahue.
She'll bat from the left side. Big opportunity for the sophomore, Donahue. Batting average .562, 27 RBIs, looks to add, and Coach McMullen will take a trip out to the mound. We'll take a break as well and be back on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. We've had a pitching change for the Milford Tigers. The senior, McKinley Curtis, will step into the circle for the Tigers. And she's got a challenge. Bases loaded, no outs. And facing Chloe Donahue, the pitcher for the South Sevier Rams. Donahue bats from the left side. Donahue with a lot of power from that left side. And she's got 7 home runs on the season. Pitch comes in, low, ball 1 for Donahue. Just misses high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 1-3. That one hits out and up. So hitters count to Chloe Donahue. We'll see if the coach says swing away or hold. Pitch from, that'll be strike one. Donahue takes off down the line, but he said, hold on just a minute. Count 3-1. Donahue steps back in. She'll drive that one up the right field line. Foul, though, just outside the bag. That'll be a full count for Chloe Donahue. Again, the bases loaded, 2-1 is the score. South Sevier over the Milford Tigers. Bases loaded, no outs, full count. Here's a full count pitch. That will be outside. Actually, caught that outside corner. So strikeout. Every once in a while, the umpires take a minute to call that. So, she started to run, and he waited, and then it came. So that is strikeout number 1 in the inning, and for Curtis. So the base is still loaded with 1 out. That'll bring up Caitlin Nilsson. Nilsson hit to the third base at last at-bat for an out. Pitches in, ball 1. Pitches in, hit down the left field line, but that one, Nilsson ahead of it. She holds up her hands. She just couldn't hold. And the quick bat comes around, foul ball. 1-1 the count to Nilsson. We've enjoyed watching Nilsson throughout the years, playing basketball and softball. Here's the pitch to Nilsson. Now it's going to come in for strike 2. One down, counts 1 and 2, scores 2-1. South Sevier over Milford. Pitch comes in for Curtis. That one's high. Ball 2-2, count even. Got a lot of baseball going on too. We'll try to keep you posted on some of the 2A and 3A classification baseball scores as well. It's a fun weekend in Utah County with the 2A and 3A teams all meeting for this tournament each year. There's a hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit. That's going to drive in 1. Turning the corner 4-2. Goes to the fence. Third base rounds the corner. Comes in for run number 3. And that is 3 RBIs for Caitlin Nilsson. What a beautiful hit. As she clears the bases, she gets a double. So first hit for Nilsson. And it was a big one. Woolsey scores and more scores, as does Navy Lindsay. That moves the score to 5-1, brings up Kinsey Parsons. Parsons with a single at her last at bat. Milford Tigers will meet in the circle and have a conversation. 1 down. We're in the bottom of the second, 5-1. The number 1 seed, the South Sevier Rams, and the number 8 seed, Milford Tigers. Up to the plate will be, as I mentioned, number 9, Kinsey Parsons, 480 on the season with 36 RBIs. She leads this team in RBIs, and there's going to be another RBI as she hits a single up the middle, and Nilsson comes down, easy in. And that will bring, on the error, that will bring Parsons around to first. So she'll hit a single with some extra bases. So great job by Parsons. And another run for the South Sevier Rams. That'll bring up Kinley Phelps. Phelps in her last bat had a single to right field. 6-1, the score for South Sevier. Strike 1. Comes in as Phelps fakes the bunt. Hit to the shortstop, error, so that'll be a run for the South Sevier Rams as Parsons will come in. And I'll bring up Caitlin Lynch. Lynch with a single at her last at bat. The lead is 7-1. Rams have scored 5 so far, and there's 1 out. Bunt down, but foul down the right sideline. Strike 1. Lynch steps back in. Ball 2, ball 1-1 rather. Lynch is sophomore, 4-10 on the season. 1-1 your count. Here's the pitch. And Lynch will hit it right up the hole. That is another single. She's 2 for 2 at the plate. That'll put runners on first and second. Hallie McKinley will step to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the morning.
Playing center field, number 21, Billy McKinley.
So after this, the South Sevier Rams will have batted around. Which is in, and ball 1 just misses. Runners on first and second. Phelps on second. Lynch on first. Pitch is in and going to be hit foul ball on the left side. That evens the count at 1-1. Just a reminder, you can watch all of the baseball and softball action on Centricom Team Hive.live. And KSL Sports. Big thanks to all of our partners and sponsors who make it possible to watch these games on the internet. What a world we live in when you can watch, especially with the quality that you can watch these games at. Here's the bunt, is going to be a strike 1. Excuse me, a strike for 2. 1-2 the count. Yeah, runners advance. 1-2. Pitch is in, and a hit up the middle again. Another base hit for the South Sevier Rams. That will be 2 RBIs for Hallie McKinley. Beautifully done. Pushes the score even further now. 2 more runs scored. Lynch and Phelps both come in, with Hallie McKinley with a single. And Coach Tyler McMullen will walk out and talk to his pitcher as the score moves to 9-1. And there's only 1 out in the inning for the South Sevier Rams. It's been just a little smattering of base hits. Great hitting for South Sevier in the bottom of the second. And it looks like we might have another pitching change. We'll see. And we will. We'll take a short break and be back with more of the bottom of the second on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Wilden. Welcome back. Miley Wilden will step into the circle for the Milford Tigers. And the Milford Tigers down 9-1. We're in the bottom of the second. There is 1 out. And we're starting with Woolsey, who started the inning off. So the South Sevier Rams have batted around. Here's a pitch. High, ball 1. South Sevier with several hits. We'll try to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits already in the bottom of the second. Pitches up, and the runner will advance on the pass ball. So it's ball 2. That moves McKinley to second base into scoring position. Pitch is going to be up and out, ball 3, and the runner to third base on the pass ball. Wilden for the Tigers, a junior. There's the pitch from Wilden, ball 4. Runners now on the corners. With Allie Moore stepping into the batter's box, the left fielder for South Sevier, sophomore. Moore walked in her last at-bat. Pitch is inside, ball 1. We have 1 out. Moore with the 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. And going to be hit deep to center field. Back goes the Tigers. It's up and caught at the fence. And they try to make the play out to home, but that will be an RBI sacrifice fly for Allie Moore. And that was right at the fence. That was a little exciting for a second, wondering where that was going to go. And that brings the leadoff batter back up for South Sevier, Navy Lindsay. Lindsay is 1 for 1 with a walk on the morning.
The batter doing the catching number 3, Caitlin Nielsen.
Pitch, and that one will be hit up high. Fly ball going to be in left field, center left, and the play is made. Great job. That was a tough ball for Whitney Wiseman. She makes the play, and Milford Tigers get out of the inning, but not before allowing the Rams. Looks like 8 runs, and I'll give you the rest of the stats after this on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome back as we go into the top of the third inning. It's South Sevier 10, Milford Tigers 1. And on field number 4 is the Enterprise Wolves 1, Gunnison 0. That was a close one in the bottom of the 4th. I'm going to make Tyler hop on the mic and call the game with me. So here we go. Stepping up for the Milford Tigers is going to be Jaden McMullen. Pitches in for ball 1. McMullen walked in her first attempt in the batter's box. Pitches in, and McMullen swing fouled off on the left side. Counts 1-1. South Sevier exploded in that bottom of the second, scoring 8 runs on 5 hits.
I knew it was going to take a minute to warm up there, and they definitely made it through their batting order and are playing well.
They are the number 1 in the RPI for a reason. Pitch is outside and low. That's a ball. 2-1 the count. So we talked about, we were listening to Enterprise Gunnison, and apparently there was a hit over the fence, and the Enterprise player caught it over the fence. There's a foul off. Strike 2. 2-2 the count for McMullen. They got pretty excited, so.
It was a pretty exciting moment
Yeah.
there. She dove over the fence and caught it.
Yeah. Yep, caught it and then fell over the fence. So good stuff on field 4. Here it's the count's 2-2. Donahue with the delivery. That one's low. Ball 3. Count is full. When I was a kid, they used to just hold up the one hand to show a full count. Now they just do 3-2.
I don't remember that.
Well, they may have changed it between me and you when you played and I did.
Just maybe.
Full count pitches in, strikeout for Donahue. Out number 1. Donahue in the morning now. That's strikeout number 6. That'll bring up Staley Beebe. Beebe got on an error with her last at bat. Get a shoe tying on first base. Now we're ready to go. Beebe steps in. Pitch is in, strike for Beebe. She takes a cut at it. Nice off-speed pitch outside corner for Donahue. We have softball all day long, so you can watch it here on Centricom Team Hive. Ball, 1-1 the count to Staley. Beebe steps in again. 1 down for the Tigers. Pitches in, strike 2. Nice placement. Just a little low on the outside for Beebe. Pitch and a beautiful off-speed pitch got Beebe. She had to chase that one. You get in that mode where you have to protect, and that's tough to lay off those.
Those off-speed pitches would definitely get me.
Yeah, those are rough. That's where the 1 and 2 count is just deadly. That'll bring up Chloe Dotson for the Milford Tigers. She walked her first at bat. So she's 0 for 0. Strike 1, swing and a miss. Milford desperate for some momentum after giving up the 8 runs in the second. It's 10-1 right now. South Sevier with the lead. Which is in, hit on the left side. That's a tough ball. It was knocked down by the third baseman, but I think we'll see what Mel thinks. I think it might be a hit. Yep, he says the same thing. So a hit, and he gets to decide. He's the official score guy.
He is.
So there's a single for
nice
Chloe Dotson.
Rely on somebody else, because that was a hit. Yep. Definitely a great hit. Good spot.
But we don't get to decide.
No, we don't.
So we just get to say yay or nay, but Mel says single. So Dotson on board. 2-out hit for Dotson. That'll bring up Hadley Griffiths. Griffiths 0 for 1 in the morning. Ball high in the first pitch. Here comes the pitch and swing. Strike 1-1, the count for Griffiths. Here's the pitch, strike 2, swing and a miss. 1 and 2 the count, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Donahue in the inning. We're in the top of the third, 10 for the Rams and 1 for the Tigers. Tigers have a runner on first in Dotson. Pitches in, just misses low. 2 and 2. I don't know if I could have held on that. That was super solid from the batter.
It was a good spot for the pitcher.
Yeah, it was.
That's right where you want him to pitch it. Make him chase.
2-2 pitch is going to be hit on the left side to the shortstop. Easy over for out number 3. So for the Milford Tigers, no runs on 1 hit, 1 left on. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd with the Rams leading 10-1 on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Welcome back, Scott Langford, Tyler Moss. Appreciate you being here on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Excuse me. Yep, the bottom of the 3rd. South Sevier leads 10-1. And leading off for the South Sevier Rams in this top of the 3rd, excuse me, bottom of the 3rd, will be, I'm trying to figure it out. Chloe Donahue.
Yeah.
Okay,
Donahue.
got it. I messed up my book because they went and batted around, so I had to figure out where I was. So Donahue will be the first leadoff batter. Pitch is out and up, ball 1.
You're one of the few that still does a book, Scott.
Am I? Everybody else says their phones.
They do Game Changer, and they just watch that.
I know.
But where I go in Game Changer is right to the book. It literally prints it like you're drawing.
Yeah.
It's
pretty cool.
Yep.
So I need an iPad is what you're saying?
Yes, you do.
All right.
Another expense to the
to the team.
To the team and to the broadcasting world.
Yeah, balls. That'll be a walk for Chloe Donahue, leadoff batter on board with Caitlin Nilsson up, and Nilsson with 3 RBIs in her last attempt.
After streaming so many sports with you, I would advise against getting another item to carry. So no more gear.
Here we go. Runner on first. Nilsson up to the plate. She had a 3-run, 3 RBIs, I believe, last time she was up. She hit it to the fence. There's a pass ball that will advance the runner. She'll turn and look at third. Yeah, she'll go back. So there's a speed up runner for Donahue, I believe. Nilsson will step back into the plate. Count 1-0. I don't see the number of the runner on second. There's the pitch. Trying to catch the outside corner just a little bit outside. That's ball 2. There's the 2-0 pitch to Nilsson. And that's going to be fouled off. Strike 1. 2-1 the count for Nilsson. Nilsson takes her time. Now we'll step in. Pitch is in. Oh, that was probably a pitch Caitlin doesn't want to take. That was an inside high pitch. 2-2 the count. Too big to ignore, though.
She shook that off. Swung and went, yeah, not the one I want.
Yeah. 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be outside. Counts full. And the runner will advance on a throwing error back to the pitcher. So that will move the speed up runner to third base. No outs. Second batter of the inning up. And the count is full. There's the pitch, and that will be popped up
heads up.
straight back. So that's another foul ball for count remains full. There's a full count pitch. Pitch is in, and that will be a walk. So Nilsson gets on with the walk. Runners on the corners. Actually, Nilsson will just run, and then that scores the runner. Nilsson just goes to second. Smart base running by the South Sevier Rams. Nilsson feels like she could get out of the pickle and just moved in.
Oh, she's got the speed to be able to. She's obviously a very smart base runner. They've done that before. That's probably a common occurrence in every game.
That'll bring up Kinsey Parsons. Parsons 2 for 2 on the morning with 2 singles. Pitches in and just misses. Ball 1. 11-1 our score. South Sevier on top. The winner will play the winner of Enterprise and Gunnison Valley going on in field 4. Last time we checked it was 1-0. Enterprise with the lead. That'll be strike 1 for Parsons as she watched that one. 1-1 the count. That next game will take place here on field 3. Tomorrow morning. Here's a hit deep to right field. That one's up there, and it is gone. A home run for Kinsey Parsons.
She got a hold of that one right to center field.
Didn't she, though? 2-run homer for Kinsey Parsons. Moves the lead up to 12. So nice hit. That one, not a lot of question there. That was, you could hear that home runs have a sound to them. It's just got that little thunk, and then out it goes. Beautiful pitch, and the deepest part of the field for Parsons.
2-run home run.
Yeah. Scores. That moves the score to 13-1. No outs. And that'll bring up Kinley Phelps. Phelps 1 for 2 on the morning with an error. Phelps steps in. Here's the pitch. Looks good. Is strike 1 for Phelps. Phelps steps in and check swing foul off the right side, out of play. Strike 2, 0-2 the count for Kinley Phelps. Phelps plays second base for the Rams. Pitch is hit on the right side. That's another base hit for Phelps. Second single of the game for Phelps. She's on. That'll bring up Caitlin Lynch. Lynch 2 for 2 with 2 singles so far on the morning. So Lynch steps in. Pitches in. That one was close. Ball 1. Didn't know where that was going to go. Could have gone either way.
Those outside corners, top, bottom, left, right, everything are questionable today.
That one's not. Ball 2. I kind of feel bad sometimes when you watch Major League Baseball and you see the box and it shows you exactly where it comes across, and umpires have no chance to. There's no debate. Here's the pitch. Phelps will swing at that one. 2-1 the count.
Don't know the name of the umpire in Major League Baseball, but he has now since called like 3 perfect games when they match up against the Electronics.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I haven't seen that. There's a pitch and hit and a check handle swing into right field for another base hit for South Sevier. Runners on first and second.
I'm sure someone listening would know that, but I just saw some highlights that called a perfect game.
I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of enjoy the controversy of it sometimes.
Well, I think it's interesting, though, because that's the point, right? I mean, this guy's been calling them for years and years and years, and look how accurate he is according to the technology. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, oh,
it's got to be
maybe he's
validating.
not so bad.
Yeah.
We like that guy. He's very consistent.
McKinley in the box, 1-0, the count. First pitch was a ball to McKinley. Hallie steps in, pulls back, and ball 2. That one looked like it could have been on that inside corner with the crowd in the plate. 2-0 though, the count. 13-1, South Sevier on top. Kinley, that one kind of self-preservation thrown right at the batter. She'll put the bat on it, strike 1.
Just had to fend that one off.
Yeah,
Got hit.
Kinley steps in. No outs yet in this bottom of the 3rd. There's the pitch, ball 3, 3-1. Hitters count for Hallie McKinley. She's 1 for 2 on the morning. The pitch comes in, strike, swinging, great pitch, strike 2. Full count for McKinley. No outs, runners on first and second for South Sevier. Pitch is in, that one's gonna be high, so a walk for McKinley. That'll load the bases. Still no outs, and that will bring up Tessa Woolsey for South Sevier, the right fielder. Woolsey on the morning has been on base twice with walks, so officially she's 0 for 0 on the morning. Big thanks to Luke Carter, who brought my softball stools from home. Strike for Woolsey. Pitch is in, and strike 2. She chases that one on the outside. Nice pitch for the Milford Tigers. 1-2 the count. Enterprise kind of put it on Gunnison right now, 6-0. They're in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch and a strikeout, number 1. And, oh, nope. Guess they're going to say she fouled that off, or I think we're going to check and see if it was a foul ball or not. The batter looked like she said foul ball. Yep, that is a strikeout.
Strikeout.
That's what I had as well. So the first out of the inning is a strikeout. That'll bring up Allie Moore. Moore 0 for 1. She got on an error in her last inning, walked her first at bat. Moore, the left fielder. Bases loaded, 1 down. Pitch is high, ball 1. Wilden with the pitch. It's in and hit to the right side. Out of play, however. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. Hopefully we can get some baseball scores we can update you on. There's tons of high school action. Pitch is out and up. Ball 2. Some guidance from Coach McMullen. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Wilden with the delivery. That'll be low. Nice block by the catcher. Good save.
Yeah, great move. That's a great move by that catcher. Sliding over to stop it.
It's not easy.
It's not an easy move. That's something those catchers have to learn. It's pretty hard on the body, too.
It really is. Pitch is in, and that will be a ball. So another run comes in, as that'll bring in Phelps for South Sevier. And then back to the top of the order for the South Sevier Rams. That'll bring up Navy Lindsay And she'll be the 9th batter of this inning. After this, we start again with Chloe Donahue. In the hole will be Caitlin Milton. No score updates yet on the internet, but for baseball, we'll see. Ball 1 for Lindsay. Lindsay on the morning is 1 for 2. There's a hit on the left side. Looks like it's playable and will be. So a sacrifice fly will result in an RBI for Navy Lindsay. So 2 down for the South Sevier Rams. We're back to Donahue, who started the inning off. Still on the bottom of the 4th. Right now it is South Sevier 15 and 1 for the Milford Tigers. Donahue, the sophomore, steps in. Donahue is, and there's a hit. She gets a base hit on the left side, and that will make the score 16-1. So 16-1, and that is it, right? And that is the ball game. 15 runs after 3, and that is the ball game. So South Sevier will advance with a 16-1 win. As they had a close first inning, but in these second 2 innings, Tyler, they have really just put the bat on the ball. Tons of hits. We'll get totals here in a minute, but that's an impressive performance by the South Sevier Rams.
Very impressive. Took a minute to warm up, kind of get things going in that first inning, but they warmed up, and they know what it's like. They have to travel and come play, and that's took a minute, and they got it done.
Yep, so the South Sevier Rams will advance to take on the winner of Enterprise and Gunnison. Right now it's Enterprise looking good in the 5th inning as they lead the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs 6-0. And so congratulations to the South Sevier Rams. They will play tomorrow, the winner of that game we just talked about, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock as they get a move into the quarterfinals. And it's interesting because it's a pretty good rest. So, I mean, it's very valuable for these teams to have that rest to be able to play tomorrow.
Almost a full 24 hours there for them. So.
Yep, pretty close. And just the wear and tear of playing in the games, too. So, a huge advantage. So, right now, with Enterprise leading Gunnison 6-0, we'll see who wins that one. But I would anticipate South Sevier and Enterprise in the morning at 10 o'clock. Coming up next on Field 3 will be Beaver and Altamont. Number 3, Beaver. Number 6, Altamont. And then on Field 4 will be Duchesne and Grand County for the final game of this championship bracket. After that, we'll have some games in the one-loss bracket, and we'll have it all here on Centricom Team Hive on KSL Sports. We'll be back with another game shortly, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in a minute.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and